Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back to do my 25 days of Christmas horror. This is the video number 4. Last one I gave a clue about the 3 rules that should never be broken. Well, if you didn't know what movie that was, of course, is Gremlins, which I have the 3 movie pack here, Goonies, and then the 2 Gremlins. And I've actually got to meet Zach Galligan, who played Billy Peltzer, a few times at some different conventions there, so I had that signed, of course. And let's see, it doesn't have a description in the back, but basically, if you haven't seen it, Zach Galligan, his father in it, he plays Billy Peltzer, and his dad, who is an inventor, ends up in this weird shop that in Chinatown that the grandson brought into, and when he goes inside, he's trying to sell his invention, the bathroom buddy, which is like a toothbrush and mirror, and pretty much toothpaste, everything you need to bring on the road. And he hears like this weird singing sound or this humming, and he looks, and that's where, of course, Gizmo is at that shop. And he wants to buy it for his son for Christmas, but the old man refuses to sell him, and his grandson, once he leaves, sneaks out and sells him Gizmo, the Mogwai here, which he's told to keep out of bright sunlight, never get wet, and the most important rule of all, never feed after midnight. So, of course, we know what happens after that. So basically, once he gets home, he's told the rules, but he accidentally, a friend of his, played by Corey Feldman, who I guess his dad sells Christmas trees, is over, and he shows it to him, and he accidentally knocks over some water with that had some paintbrushes in it, causing Gizmo to split into the 5 other Mogwai, led by the one with the striped mohawk, which they call Mo. He's the evil leader. And they trick him into feeding him after midnight. They like chew up his clock. They're nothing at all like Gizmo. They're all troublemakers. And once they get fed after midnight, they go into a cocoon and they turn into the green monstrous gremlins from the Mogwai there. And they end up, of course, multiplying. I like when they first hatch, they start like terrorizing the mom. She grinds them up in the blender, microwave, and but Mo, of course, the leader, he gets wet again, and he decides to like lead his army of gremlins, terrorizing the town, making people wreck, attacking them. So it's up to, of course, Billy and Gizmo to save the whole town. And one of my favorite parts, Mrs. Dougal, who owns the bank, or works with the bank and collects money and everything. I call her the rich bitch. Nobody likes her. She's always after people making their payments on time, and doesn't like Billy's dog. And I forget if it was Mo or another gremlin. It might not have been Mo, but they cross her chair and make it speed out and shoots her out the window right in front of the cop car, kills them when the cops don't believe it before they see it for themselves. They're like, oh, monsters attacking everyone. And it's just a fun little grisly comedy. I mean, not gory, but well, the one gremlin getting grind up was probably the goriest part, but it's just funny watching them all and just terrorize. It's just a classic Steven Spielberg, written by Chris Columbus. If you haven't seen it, I mean, it's an older, I forget if it was 80s. It was in the 80s that it came out. I forget the exact date here. I'm going to Internet Movie Database that real quick. But Steven Spielberg, well, okay, this was the 25th anniversary, so probably about 20 years now, 30 years, so, but yeah, if you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. I believe it was one of my top 100, I forget if it was or not, but check those out if you haven't seen that yet, and definitely check out Gremlins, and until the next video, have a great day.